episode 394. We'll be talking about tonight's AEW Dynamite, featuring the finals of the Four Pillars tournament, and an announcement from Tony Khan, and also a new episode of AEW All Access. Right here, right now, 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Hello, Wrestling Fanatics. Welcome to 360 Wrestling Fanatic. I am your host, Lance Brock, here on this episode of 360. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It is time to talk about an all-new episode of AEW Dynamite and an all-new episode of AEW All Access. It is back this week. But first, let's get started with tonight's AEW Dynamite on TBS, live from Sunrise, Florida. Commentators Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, and Taz. Tonight, Dynamite gets kicked off with the AEW International Championship on the line. Freshly squeezed, Orange Cassidy defending against Bandito. This is one I was looking forward to. Talked about it this morning on GMWF, and it was a very good, entertaining match, just as I expected it to be. Very good one. Orange Cassidy has looked great as international champion, defending it against a lot of great wrestlers, and Bandito is no different. Very good match here, and it is Orange Cassidy getting the win to successfully retain the International Championship. Then after the match, we see some mutual respect, and we see OC give Bandito a pair of his sunglasses to wear, and it looks like could be a new friendship between Orange Cassidy and Bandito here. And next up, Jeff Jarrett taking on Dax Harwood. And first, during the entrances, Aubrey Edwards cuts them off at the stage and sends Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Saddam Singh to the back. And Dax Harwood comes out first with Cash Wheeler just to the stage, and then he goes to the back. And in this one, though, we end up seeing Sanjay Dutt make his way back out to the ring and giving the assist to Jeff Jarrett to defeat Dax Harwood. And then after the match, Jeff Jarrett picks up one of the AEW World Tag Team titles, kind of teasing that we could see Jarrett and Jay Lethal possibly in the World Tag Team title picture in the future against FTR. Next up on Dynamite, the new 3-time AEW TNT champion, Wardlow, now associated with AA Arn Anderson, they make their way to the ring. Wardlow gets a quick victory in a squash match, and Arn Anderson gets on the mic, and they are interrupted though. And sorry fans, I somehow the recording got paused. I don't know how. I don't know where I left off. I don't know. I don't think the part where I recapped the main event probably didn't get recorded. I apologize for that. In the main event, Kenny Omega and Konosuke Takeshita defeating the team of the Butcher and the Blade, and the BCC getting involved, and Moxley taking the screwdriver to the head of Takeshita. Sorry about that. I don't know how I didn't even notice that the recording got paused. Sorry if big chunk of Dynamite is missing from this recap. And I apologize. I was talking about All Access too, but that didn't get recorded. And focusing this week on Sammy Guevara again, and Ty Mello and Ruby Soho after Ty broke the nose of Ruby Soho, and also Dr. Britt Baker again, and when they stripped Thunder Rosa of the Women's Championship, also the Young Bucks making their first appearance in Chicago since the incident at All Out. So once again, I apologize for most of the podcast getting messed up. And like I said, I didn't notice that it got paused. So just in case, I'll go over the show real quick. I think the first match should be on there still. Orange Cassidy defeating Bandito to retain the International Championship. Jeff Jarrett defeating Dax Harwood with some help from Sanjay Dutt. Wardlow won a squash match. And then Christian Cage and Luchasaurus. Sammy Guevara defeated Darby Allin with some help from MJF via disqualification. And we find out next week there'll be a tag team match. Sammy Guevara and MJF taking on Darby Allin and Jungle Boy. If MJF and Guevara win, they will face each other in a singles match for the AEW World Championship. But if Darby and Jungle Boy win, the match will become a four-way at Double or Nothing. Also, Adam Cole, he is attacked by the Jericho Appreciation Society, and Orange Cassidy and Bandito come out to make the save, but the numbers game gets the best of them. And then we see the AEW debut of Roderick Strong, and Jade Cargill defeats Taya Valkyrie to retain the TBS Championship. And in the main event, Kenny Omega and Takeshita defeat the Butcher and Blade. And then Moxley takes the screwdriver to Takeshita. So once again, just wanted to go over Dynamite, because like I said, I'm not sure quite when the recording paused. So just wanted to go over it again real quick. I apologize for that mistake. And to get into some news before I wrap up this podcast, I'm a little frustrated now with that little tech problem, I guess you could call it. Sorry about that. And it was reported by PWInsider.com earlier that Trinity Fatu, formerly known as Naomi in WWE, will be debuting for Impact Wrestling this weekend. Their shows in Chicago the last couple days. Impact has been teasing a big announcement for the shows in Chicago, which I believe will be Impact TV tapings. And PW Insider says that Naomi will make her debut. And not too long ago, I saw that her new name is going to be Trinity Star, I believe. I think that'll be a good addition to the Impact Knockouts division. And depending on how long of deal she signs with Impact, I think this is better for her. And if she ever does want to get back in WWE, as if she were to go to AEW, I think her being with Impact chances of her being able to make a return to WWE would be better. Her being in Impact. And that's it for this episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Once again, I apologize for that little mistake. Thank you for listening to tonight's episode 394. Hope to have more new episodes of 360 Wrestling Fanatic up real soon. But we'll be back tomorrow morning for the off Thursday episode of GMWF. So stay tuned for that. And remember, as always, if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, anything, you can email 360wrestlingpodcasts@gmail.com or right here in the comment section on Spreaker or YouTube or anywhere else you listen to 360 Wrestling Podcasts. And that's all for tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.